Welcome to this powerful English learning story. Today, you are not only learning English, you are learning a life lesson that can change your future. Have you ever started something with excitement, but slowly lost your motivation? Have you ever had a dream, but distractions pulled you away from it? If your answer is yes, then stay with me, because this story will show you why focus is more important than talent, more powerful than luck, and stronger than fear. Imagine having one clear goal in your heart. You wake up thinking about it. You sleep dreaming about it. But every day, the world tests you. Friends invite you to waste time. Social media steals your attention. Problems appear without warning. Doubt whispers inside your mind. Many people give up at this stage. They say, maybe this dream is not for me. But what if someone decides to stay focused? What if someone chooses discipline over distraction? This is the story of a young man who learned that focusing on one goal can change everything. This is the story of Daniel Carter, an ordinary young man with an extraordinary determination. Daniel grew up in a small town in England. His father was a bus driver, and his mother worked as a nurse at the local hospital. Their family was not rich, but they were honest and hardworking people. Life was simple, but sometimes difficult. There were months when money was tight, and his parents had to plan every expense carefully. Even though they did not have much, they always gave Daniel love and encouragement. From a young age, Daniel showed a special interest in building things. While other children spent hours playing video games, Daniel enjoyed creating small models from wood and metal. He loved solving problems and fixing broken items in the house. When Daniel was 16 years old, he watched a documentary about engineers designing modern bridges and tall buildings. He felt inspired. Something inside him changed that day. He could not stop thinking about the idea of building structures that could help thousands of people. That night, as he lay in bed, he made a decision. He whispered to himself, "I will become a civil engineer. I will build something important. I will make my family proud." It was the first time he clearly defined his goal. At first, everything felt exciting. Daniel studied hard. He spent extra hours reading about mathematics and physics. He asked his teachers questions. He searched for free online lessons. His focus was strong, but slowly, life started testing him. His friends invited him to parties almost every weekend. They laughed at him when he refused. They said he was boring. Sometimes he felt lonely. Sometimes he wondered if he was missing out on fun. The pressure was real. Social media became another big distraction. Every time he opened his phone to check one message, he ended up scrolling for an hour. He saw pictures of friends enjoying life while he was studying alone in his room. Doubt slowly entered his mind. He began asking himself, "Am I working too hard? Is this worth it?" His grades dropped slightly one semester because he lost consistency. That small failure hurt him deeply. One evening, after receiving a lower grade in mathematics, Daniel felt disappointed. He sat alone in his room and stared at his books. For a moment, he thought about quitting his dream. Becoming an engineer required years of hard study. It required discipline. It required sacrifice. He felt tired. But then he remembered something his mother once told him. She had said, "If your goal is clear, your struggles will have meaning." Those words echoed in his mind. The next morning, Daniel made a powerful decision. He understood that talent was not enough. Motivation was not enough. He needed focus. Real focus. He created a simple plan. First, he reduced his time on social media. He deleted some apps from his phone. Second, he made a daily study schedule. Third, he decided to choose friends who respected his goals. It was not easy, but it was necessary. The first few weeks were difficult. His old friends stopped calling him often. He felt alone again. But something interesting happened. As he spent more time studying, he started understanding his subjects better. His confidence grew. Small improvements in his grades gave him new energy. He realized that focus creates progress, and progress creates motivation. Daniel also learned another important lesson. Focusing on your goal does not mean ignoring everything else. It means giving priority to what truly matters. He still met his friends sometimes, but he chose the right time. He still relaxed, but only after completing his work. Slowly, he built self-discipline, and discipline became his greatest strength. When it was time to apply for university, Daniel faced another challenge. The competition was intense. Thousands of students wanted to enter the same engineering program. The entrance exams were difficult. Many students joined expensive coaching classes, but Daniel's family could not afford them. For a moment, fear returned. But this time, he did not allow fear to control him. Instead, he focused on what he could control: his effort. He studied every day with full concentration. He practiced past exam papers. He woke up early in the morning to revise difficult topics. Some days were frustrating. Some problems seemed impossible to solve. But each time he felt like giving up, he reminded himself of his dream. He imagined designing a bridge. He imagined his parents smiling proudly at his graduation ceremony. That image kept him moving forward. Finally, the exam day arrived. Daniel felt nervous, but prepared. When he sat in the examination hall, he took a deep breath and told himself, "Focus." During the test, he ignored other students. He ignored the ticking clock. He gave his full attention to each question. When the results were announced weeks later, Daniel could not believe his eyes. He had passed. Not only passed, but achieved a high score. His parents were overwhelmed with joy. It was one of the happiest days of their lives. But Daniel understood something important. Entering university was not the end. It was just another step toward his goal. University life brought new challenges. The subjects became more difficult. The projects required teamwork. Time management became critical. Once again, distractions appeared. But now Daniel was stronger. He continued following his routine. He managed his time carefully. When classmates wasted hours complaining about assignments, Daniel quietly completed his work. He asked professors for guidance. He accepted his mistakes and learned from them. There were moments when he felt exhausted. There were nights when he doubted himself, but he never forgot his main goal. Years passed. Daniel graduated with excellent results. Soon, he joined a construction company as a junior engineer. The first project he worked on was a small bridge in a rural area. It was not a famous project. It was not a large structure. But when he stood there on the opening day, watching people cross the bridge safely, he felt proud. He remembered the young boy who once dreamed in a small town. Daniel's success did not come from luck. It did not come from special talent. It came from focus, from choosing discipline over distraction, from remembering his goal during difficult times. He learned that when your goal is clear, every sacrifice becomes meaningful. Every small step becomes important. The truth is simple. Life will always offer distractions. Fear will always try to stop you. Doubt will always appear. But if you keep your eyes on your goal, if you stay consistent, if you choose focus every single day, you will move forward. Maybe slowly, maybe quietly, but surely. So now I ask you a question. What is your goal? Is it clear in your mind? Are your daily actions moving you closer to it? Or are distractions stealing your time? Remember Daniel's story. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to stay focused. Focus on your goal. And one day, you will look back and realize that every struggle was shaping your success.